we're going to look at how to use the embossing options in IDS software. So to get started, I'm just going to kind of grab, just a square here, and I'll change the color real quick. And then we're going to look at what the embossing does. So here's my square, and I'm going to press escape. Now with embossing, what we're going to look at is how to emboss an area into this just basically plain square, and you can see it's just really a plain square right now. So let's go over to our emboss view. Here is, our outline view, angle view, our stitch view, which is what we're in now, and emboss. So in order for me to emboss this particular item, it has to be selected. I have to tell the emboss what I want to emboss. So you can see my square is selected and it's flashing. So when I click on the emboss, it's going to be outlined by a blue outline. Now if I want to just place a letter or a square or a circle, here are the tools that I have over on this create toolbar. I can select lettering. I can, freehand line, I can create a freehand area or a rectangle or a square, or I'm sorry, rectangle, square, circle, or oval. So I'm going to go ahead and say, let's do basically a little circle. So there is, our little area circle. It's not a line, it's an area. And, it's over here in my film strip, but right now it just looks like an outline, and I have to tell it what I want it to be. So if I left it as a border, then it would just kind of carve into that fill and it wouldn't really show up too much. But if I say, I want it to be raised, then, once I say raised and generate down on this quick toolbar, see, then it will change to what I want it to change to. Now, if I want to control the settings a little bit better, what I can do is make sure that this is selected in the film strip. See how it's shaded and it's red on my screen. I can then go into my settings. And from the settings I can say, let's make this a split, and let's apply that, and it's not particularly going to let me select that split from here, so I have to come down here and say, well, let's make this split, and then I can go into my settings and set my split. And we'll just pick one of these stamp patterns. Alright, so let's hit go, and there's our new stamp pattern. Okay, now I can create areas or lines. So if I select the circle again, see where it says area, if I click on that, I can say, just make that a line, and I'll draw my line. Now this is just going to be a line. That's all it's going to be. And if I have it selected like this, what I can do is move it around, but I can apply any settings to it. So I need to either right click on the line or select it from within my film strip. And I'm going to come down here and say make this a column, and go ahead and hit go. And it's hard to see in here, so let's go on out of here and take a look in our 3D and zoom in. So what it's done is take this and make this a column at a certain width, okay, even though it's a line. And it may be difficult to see there, but that's what it's done. So let's go to 101. And now I'm going to show you something else. For example, if you happen to have something that you've created, and it's a fill area, then you're more than able to apply that as well. So for example, maybe you have a star here, and it's a piece of something that's in the program already. Well, if I want to apply this star into this pattern here, it's a embossed fill, what I can do is right click on my star so it's flashing, and then I can copy the star and then come down and right click on the piece that you wish to emboss, which is this blue. Go back into your emboss and just use your paste option. Now what it does is it pastes the star right on top there. But here's my star, and that's just like an outline form, but it's still an area because this star is an area. And I can, right click on that. If I can't get it there, come over to your film strip and right click on it. And, say you want to make this split or raised or whatever you want to make that, and you have the option to put that pattern in from something that's already in the design. So there's my little stamp pattern that's applied. Now I'm going to go ahead and delete this one and delete this one because we don't need it. Now let's go back out of the emboss. I don't need this star any further, so I can left click on it and delete it as well. It's now embossed in my pattern here. So I can do this for satin fills. I can do this actually for any fill. If I want to emboss a line from something in there, such as this, then what I can do is the same thing. Here's my line. I can actually right click on it so it's flashing, copy it, right click on what I want to emboss, which is this, go into the emboss view and paste it. You can see it pastes right on top, and I have the option to scale this, and I can right click to select it if you can get it, or get it from your film strip, and we'll go ahead and we'll make this just a border. And let's go ahead and generate. So what we've done is we've created the border there. Now let's go out of emboss. We can get rid of this, and let me zoom in for you. And there is the embossed, using other items or other designs from within the program, as well as being able to create them within the emboss using the create